Okay, the Good Tarot is calling. It's calling for Sagittarius. So this is the Good Tarot reading for Sagittarius. I'm going to explain what Good Tarot is and what it does. Good Tarot reads the journey that you are currently on and where you're headed. If at any time during the journey you're currently on, if it closes out with you having achieved that level, that energy, then I put the deck away for you. If during that time, however, before it closes out, the call card comes out for another energy read, that you're beginning a new journey or you're beginning another journey at the same time, or however that falls, then I will continue to read Good Tarot for you until it closes out without a call. You can be called and not called at any time. Time is irrelevant here. When it comes to Good Tarot, the journeys are earth, air, fire, and water. They each hold lessons, and they're in a frame of time that I will continue each read. It could be 2 week, it could be 3 week before I pick it up again to read your next ongoing while you're in this journey. The first read will tell me what journey you are currently on and where you're headed, or how well you're doing with it, what you have mastered, what kind of wisdom you're taking away from that journey. The next time that I read Good Tarot for you, it will pick up where we left off and continue the journey. If it closes out, like I said, I'll put the cards away and we'll wait for you to be called again. If it calls during the read at any time for another journey, like say we're in the middle of a water journey and you're managing your emotional realm, and the call card comes out, and then the next card that falls is an air journey, then you're going on that's a spiritual journey. Then we'll pick that up, and as we go along, we'll continue with your water journey till it closes out, but we'll be adding air to that journey. And if the water journey closes out, then the air journey will continue until it is finished. The tens are the closeouts. Each 10 represents a different journey or a different trail or path that you're on at the time. So since Sagittarius is being called, I can't resist the call to read you. It's just a thing. I can't explain. I picked the cards up to read Pisces, and I will be reading Pisces, but the cards are saying Sagittarius. So you are now starting a Good Tarot read. So Sagittarius, let's find out what journey you're on and where we're going and why it wants me to read you at this time. I see this deck very differently than probably some. It speaks to me differently. I connected with this deck in this way, and that is how I read it. And it reads beautifully this way. It helps so many things. And even the last general energy read that I had with you will hint me in, or the next one will hint me into our next, how we're going along in your journey. It will help me, clue me into where we're at, or what's going on with you, what stumbling blocks you may be on, what challenges you face, what wisdom you've attained, how you've applied it, whether you're well on it, whether you're stumbling or stagnant. We'll find out. So let's get going. Let's find out what journey you're on. Sagittarius, this is your Good Tarot. April 27th, 2023. This is Good Tarot for Sagittarius. I do have to keep notes on where we end so that we pick up the next time where we left off. This is kind of like an ongoing thing, unless it closes out without a call. Alright, Sagittarius, it could pick up again in a week. I don't know. Never know. Alright, let's find out what's going on with you. I'm going to cut this deck 2 or 3 times here. I usually rustle it around a lot because these are hard cards to shuffle. So before I do anything, I clean this deck and shuffle it around a lot. beforehand. So it's already been taken care of there, but I like to just do a couple of little move arounds to see what we're going to do here. Okay. Okay, good tarot. What's going on with Sagittarius? What journey are they on at this time, and what do you want me to know about this journey and why we're on it? Why I'm reading this? Why you want me to read this? Okay, I gotcha. There it is. You are starting this journey with a Tower. That is why it wants to read you, because you're starting it with a difficulty. That's why this deck wants to read you. Okay, now let's see what journey you're on and what difficulty this Tower is on. Okay, this Tower is in a spiritual journey. Oh boy, Sagittarius, you're having a Tower in a spiritual journey. Okay, that's why it's wanting to read you. Questioning your faith, questioning why you exist, questioning your purpose. And it's pretty heavily saying you're questioning it heavily. The Four of Air, no less. That is definitely a contemplation card here. Oh, you're having a tarot in that respect. You just can't. Something has really, really struck a nerve in your spiritual zone. The things you believe, where you believe, and why. This is a stumble in this journey. Wow, Sagittarius. I wonder what happened. Because you're generally a very happy sign, positive, all the time positive. Just put it down and go. All the time on a happy note. You're generally an optimistic person, almost always see the good in things. But this is something you're stuck in. Oh, yeah. Okay. This stumble is because of the choices and the different prospects, all the different your questions. You got a lot of questions about your spirituality. I wonder what's happened. Something profound, I would guess. That's the King of Fire. And that's you. There you are, questioning your spirituality, questioning your faith. That's okay. You should be questioning your faith. You should always question your faith. You should always wonder. You should always seek the meaning of your life, and that's all right. But you're thinking in a negative way. Maybe you've got a fear, which not normally a Sagittarian way, that there's something that has disturbed the force for you. Wow, Sagittarius, I'm taken aback a bit, because I think that you've been hard about your belief system for so long, and something has shaken that. Oh, we have the King and the Queen of Fire. A relationship did this to you. This is a relationship that's done this to you. You're really... there's a lot of pain involved here. It's really shaken you. Wow. Your mindful moment here, your mindfulness in the center is screaming that you're questioning your faith, and it has to do with a relationship of some kind, something profoundly difficult that you're facing. And you're really holding tight to your heart, your belief system, but you're still questioning it. It isn't making you feel better about it. Okay, absolutely. It has to do with emotions. They're way too high for you. Nine of Water. Oh my. It's very emotional. This is a crying energy. You had such high hopes for something. You had a wish, you had a dream for something wonderful, something big, and it just feels like it's shaken you. Wow. I need more. I need more. Oh yeah, you're looking for answers. You're really, really looking hard for answers. You're looking within and you're looking without. You're looking everywhere. You're really struggling with it. That's the Nine of Fire here. Those are really strong cards. They're powerful, passionate, and emotional. This is a lost love. We have the Two of Fire. Oh yes, absolutely, a lost love, and you cannot seem to reconcile with why. This is the question, why. And sad. You're very upset about this, very sad about this. This is sorrow. It weighs heavily on your soul. This is someone far dearer to you than just a passing. This is not a passing thing. This is someone very, very close that has left you feeling devastated. Your soul is shaken by this. You put so much into this. You put it all into this. Into someone. Someone has truly hurt you. And you wonder if they ever really... This is revealing something to you that you believed was so much different than it is. Oh. And we have the Four of Earth. It's opening you up. It's opening up your mind to the darker side. This is a opening you up to a darker side of things, to something you never imagined would be. You put everything about you into this. This, I swear, this is like a child that you've done everything for. You gave it all to, and they're not who they should be. They're not. They don't appreciate it. They don't. There's no loyalty. There's something here that's very devastating for you. You're keeping it inside. No one else really knows how this hurts, how this is hurting you. This is shaking your belief system. Wow. It's a child, absolutely. A child. It could be anything. It could be a niece, nephew, a child of your own. It could be, but they were so dear to you. I don't think that they're lost. I just think that they're showing you something you never imagined you'd see. And you're just unbelievably devastated by... You know what? You can't believe that you actually played a part in who they're becoming, because they're not becoming what you thought they were. And this is what's shaking your soul, because you put so much of your heart and soul into this. Wow, into this development. And you feel so much like a fool. Wow. You really do. You're feeling like a fool for it. Like everything you did was a waste. You all this time, all that wasted. Four of Water. You had so many hopes and so much. You loved them so much. This is devastation. This is love for that. This is... You held that up so high. You held up what you gave you, not that you gave it for any reason. You didn't expect anything from it, but you can't believe that it could turn to this. Whatever this is, it devastated you. They said something that just hurt you deeper than anything, or they did something that you just can't believe this. You're really shaken. This isn't who you. This isn't what you gave. This isn't who. No amount of anything would have. Man, nothing would have made you think this. This is a big question in your face. That's why the Tower in here. That's why this wants to read for you. That's why. That's exactly why. Sagittarius, know that you could never, ever be fully positive of what the outcome will be. You don't have that kind of influence. You'd like to know that you do, but you don't. And seeking the purpose for you, that was the purpose. You did all you could do. It was the giving, not the what they've become. It's the giving that you did. That's the purpose. It's hard for you to believe that, and you know it to be true, but it's very hard for you. I see the Three of Fire here. You're very passionate about it, and you're very headstrong about it. You won't change your mind. You know that you did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. Something else was meant for this. You're meant to learn this. You're meant to learn about this. This is what you're meant to learn. You're meant to learn that you can't control this kind of thing. And you need to hear that, you need to hear what you claim, what you say. You need to hear what you say. You know that you did this very thing for no gain. Okay? You did do this for no gain. You never had any ill intent. And you didn't do this for any gain. You need to hear this, Sagittarius, because I think you missed out on how important you are. Even though you don't see the outcome and you see something devastating, you're meant to know that you can't control everything. You can only give what you can give, and then what they become is what they become. You aren't responsible for that. You did not give the wrong thing. You know this, but you are still shaken in your soul. You are still shaken about it. Even though you know this, you are still shaken. You cannot believe that this is what they could do after so much of your heart was put in. And you don't want to see it. You want to run away from it. The Three of Fire here suggests you want to just turn your back and run. You don't want to, you know the truth. At one time, this was so close. This was such an emotional connection. At least you believed it to be. That's what is hurting you the most, is that you believed that connection, that emotional tie was close. You believed it was unbreakable. You honestly believed that, and that's all right. For you, it was. You have no control over what they do with that. And now you got to remember now that we can't, the way things are changing now, everybody just goes along with what they go along with, and all you can do is wait this out. You really have no recourse here, and I don't suggest you go back on anything that you've done. You haven't done anything wrong. You don't owe anyone anything. You do not owe anyone, and they don't owe you. Just remember that you did this without any expectation of gain for yourself. So even you're not owed anything. All you can do is hope that they took away from what you gave the good of it, and that someday it will creep into their mind and they'll remember that of you. That's the best that you can do, Sagittarius. That's the best you can do. I know you're devastated. The Wheel of Fortune is spinning here for you. You're going to have to just be reminded that You know, you can't control anything. That's why the wheel is spinning. The wheel is always spinning. You don't have control over that. That is telling you here that no, you did your best. You spun that wheel. You did your best. You gave everything you gave, and you gave it without expectation. So you didn't do the wrong thing. The spiritual journey you're on is to realize these things. You're currently on that. It's not closed, and you're still struggling, and you're going to keep struggling. In fact, you're probably going to deny what I'm saying here. But you know it to be true. 8 of fire. Oh, yeah. You have affected so many people and touched so many souls. You have given so much of yourself. And you won't, even though you are at a crossroads where you want to just never give again, you can't do that. You know that you can't. It wouldn't be you. You would not be who you are if you change in any way the kindness that you give. You won't be able to do it, even if you want to. You won't be able to suddenly shut everyone off. You can't do that, and that's why you're struggling, and you're going to continue to struggle because people are not going to live up to what you want them to be, no matter how much you give them or do for them or be for them. They're never going to do that. This devastation is there to teach you that. It's here to teach you that, and you're struggling. You're struggling heavily with it. I don't see you stopping that struggle for a while. In fact, you're 10 of fire. You've mastered the fire. You've mastered the fire aspect of your personality. You're strong in that. You've mastered the passion of it. You've been able to keep back your anger. You don't lash out over this. You may have at one point lashed out a little bit about this, but I don't foresee you continuing to punish anyone. You moved forward with grace. You burned whatever you needed to and let it go. So you need to find solace in that, Sagittarius. You've done nothing wrong there. You did have to say what you had to say. You will overcome this. I see the star for you. You will overcome this. You need to keep working at it, and you need to find your faith again. You're on this journey right now. You're on a spiritual journey, looking for the meaning of your existence. This is just part of that learning. It's just part of it. This is a difficult part, yes, very difficult. But it's one you have to see. It's one that you have to see. You've never seen it before. You've never seen this happen before. You've always seen the good come out of everything. This devastated you, and it's not getting better, and you don't know how to change it. So the lesson you've got to take from this is that you can't fix everything. Oh my. And it's going to weigh on you. It's sadness that's going to carry with you for a long time. You're going to have a hard time with this. This is a hard journey. This is a big stumbling block in that journey. To give and to give and to give and to find out it was in vain. But that's who you are, Sagittarius. It is who you are. Okay. Yep, the Queen of Earth here, she's tough. She's stubborn. She's got her back turned. I'm not going to back down. No, of course you're not going to back down, and you shouldn't. I'm guessing you've probably made your attempts, one, maybe two, at reconciliation here. But it's gotten you nowhere. It's only gotten you more hurt. So the best thing to do is the exact opposite of what you want to do. You're just going to have to let it go for the moment. You don't want to let it go, but you need to let this go for now. You can't change this. You can't make it better. This is a hard learn. And you're right in the middle of this journey, and I really foresee a lot of struggle. Yeah, 8 of Earth, you are still struggling with it. And you've even got some of the Earth mastered. You're even pretty good at handling some of your down-to-earth kind of energy. You've got pretty good hold on your personality. You've got a good hold on your anger, your fire, your passion. Your water is still, your emotional journey is still tough. you've still got a couple of those, I think. You haven't mastered that at all, and that's why it's so devastating. And you're jumping right into a spiritual one here, and God love you. You've been kind of forced into this, but it is one you've got to know. You've got to know this one. You need to learn this one. One more card for this particular day, and we will continue this as we go along. We'll see where you're at and how well you've established holding on to yourself. King of Earth. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're still kind of tough on that, but you have mastered a lot of the earth. You do have a good hold on your how you see it. Don't be so hard on yourself. You are really being hard on yourself, and you've got the Two of Earth here. You're back and forth with that. That's a back and forth energy. That's just a lot of juggling this. Have I done enough? Well, don't go to bed with regret. You have done enough. You shouldn't regret the actions that you've taken. Maybe the things that you've said. You don't owe anything for that. Because let's face it, Sagittarius doesn't lash out until they are pushed to the absolute limit of what they can handle. They don't lash out. It's not in their nature to lash out so heavily. They can, but you've got a master on the fire here. You don't generally lash out. So I see that you've still got some time to sit in this emotion. This is definitely a spiritual journey. You're asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Could I have done something different, better? What did I do wrong? You are even justifying some of this. You're even trying to find answers and labeling. There's no label here. Sagittarius, there's no label. You just have to let it go for the moment. Breathe. Get on with it. Put this in your file cabinet, in your head, and leave it there for the moment. Send a little light and love, and that's all you can do. Stay with that. Don't stop loving. Don't stop giving. Don't stop being, because you are needed. Your energy and your love and what you have to offer is needed. And there'll be someone else who needs that, who may express it differently at some time. I know this hurt you, devastated you, it tore you apart. It has torn your soul apart. Now I know why Good Tarot wanted to read you. You are on a spiritual journey, and this is a hell of a test. Wow. This shook you to the core. Nobody even knows about this. You haven't even told people about this. There's only a few people who know this. They know. The ones who know this, they know. You don't have to. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You owe nobody any explanation for this. They know. And, those who don't, you have no control over that, okay? You don't have to tell your side. Sometimes your side comes out later. It'll happen eventually. You did nothing wrong here. You didn't do anything wrong here. All right, Sagittarius, we're done with your Good Tarot. You're on a spiritual journey. I will note this particular test. This is one of the big ones. You are well into it. You've sat and contemplated. But you are the sage, remember. You are the spiritual. You have a knack for knowing the purpose for you. You have a knack for putting it together. This just shook you pretty hard. But this is, of course, because of what you are. Because of what you are. Your tests spiritually are going to be more difficult than some. Because you're at that level. You're at that difficult level. You are at a level where to get a lesson, you really have to have a big kick or a big hardship, a big tower. And I see why that's the beginning of this read. Because of what you are. You are already a spiritual being. You're so spiritual and so intuitive, and you already have such a hold on that kind of thing. that it really takes a lot to shake you, and you have to be shaken or you don't get the lesson. This lesson is a particularly hard one, and I'm so sorry you're on this. But the good part of this is that this wisdom will come with you. Someone will benefit, as well as you, from the wisdom you take away from this. And you're not going to have easy time of it. Your spiritual journey is going to be difficult, far more difficult than someone else's, perhaps, just because of what you are. Yeah, that's what it takes. So you can consider yourself pretty damn important. Pretty damn important to be given such a strong test. That means that you're capable and you're intelligent enough and you are spiritual enough that this is the kind of tower you gotta have to move forward. This is a hell of a test, and not many people are going to get a test like this. So you actually should consider yourself quite the trophy. Spirit sees you as a very beloved trophy. You sit right on top, or they wouldn't give you a test this difficult to master. Now I know why Good Tarot wanted to read for you, and I really think that what you'll take away from this is a big, big deal. This will level you up so much, much more than you even imagine. So Sagittarius, the next time we read for you, even if it's a general energy, I'll get some hints on where things are going or where they're at and what's happening with you. And then the next Good Tarot, we'll pick up where we left off and see what kind of wisdom you've made and what kind of tests are in front of you, and go from there. Take care, Sagittarius. I hope that you like and subscribe so you can be alerted for the next Good Tarot reading. This continues forward, and it's always got something good at the end. Take care, Sag.